Hello everybody and welcome back to Dead Rising 2. In this video we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from the main storyline, just as I said we would, and we're going to do some fun stuff in this video. I want to be showing off some of the vehicles this time around. So I'm going to head over to the Yucatan, and we're going to do a little bit of fooling around over there. I want to show off, first of all, Leon's chainsaw motorcycle, because we just unlocked that a couple of videos ago. And I want to show off its potential before I completely forget about it. You can also drive around other vehicles that aren't your own in the city. You know, like this thing here, this cart. I don't really know what this thing is. It's like a groundskeeper's cart kind of thing. I think there's a tricycle laying around here too that we can ride, which is just hysterical. You can actually mow through quite a few zombies with that thing and it'll carry you quite a distance. But it's not too special. What I want to do is visit one of these maintenance rooms along the Yucatan Strip here. I'm looking for one specifically because there is a chainsaw right in the room, and I think it's over here by Intimate Apparel. Let's get some money too while we're at it. And there are a couple of chainsaws located throughout Fortune City, and I honestly don't have their locations memorized. I always immediately grab this chainsaw because it's so close to where Leon's bike is. You can use this chainsaw to attack normally, and it's also used in another combo weapon, but I don't recommend using it on its own, simply for the fact that it's hard to protect yourself once you're overwhelmed, and it's a little bit slow. So you probably won't see me use it on its own. However, I am going to attach it to the motorbike, and you only need one chainsaw, which is kind of weird because we're going to be attaching it to both sides of the bike, but I'm not arguing because chainsaws are a bit of a pain to find. So Chuck's going to combine it using his excellent mechanic skills. And the end result is actually an exact replica of what Leon's bike was like when we fought him in the psychopath battle. So now we get to run around and mow over zombies. The reason I'm doing this now is just to show people a really fast, quick, and easy way to kill loads of zombies. You get a PP bonus for every 50 zombies you kill, 500 PP, which can go a long way if you're a low level. While you're driving the bike, you get 20 PP per zombie you kill. And so by doing this when you have some downtime, it's going to be a great way to level up, especially if you are starting at level 1 when you start playing the game. And I think that'll give you an advantage if you're stuck. If you're having troubles with some of these battles, or you want to get a little bit of an advantage, then I definitely recommend doing this. And it's also available really early on in the game, because we encountered Leon quite early. You can do it anytime after you fight him. Unfortunately, if you don't fight Leon, if you choose to ignore him, the chance to fight him will actually disappear and you won't be able to get access to the bike, which is kind of a bummer. So it is possible to miss out on this bike, and you definitely don't want to do that. Over time, of course, the bike is going to wear down and break, but as soon as you leave a zone, so if you enter a building and come back, you can always go back to Leon's trailer and pick up this bike. Although, from what I remember, you have to attach the chainsaws every single time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't tend to just go out on the strip like this and rip through zombies. I did do this once when I was going for one of the crazy zombie killing achievements. There are two achievements. One for 54,000 and some kills, and another for 72,000. I think I got to the 68,000 mark and then I ran out of time. Getting 72,000 is incredibly difficult because you literally have to kill 1,000 zombies every hour of in-game time because the game only takes place over a course of 72 hours. But using the bike, you can rack up zombie kills super fast. You can see I've already killed 939. And I think when I started this video, I was maybe at 200 and something. And it doesn't even take that much time, really, because the game's clock isn't super fast. It's rather forgiving. So anyways, that's that. You can also pick up some magazines in order to make your vehicles last longer. So if you're riding this thing with one of the vehicle magazines, it would last even longer for maximum zombie killing awesomeness. Another thing that's really great about this is when you're on a bike, or really when you're riding any sort of vehicle, you're somewhat invincible. Zombies can't really get to you. It's kind of like you have an invisible box around you, which is really neat. So I think you guys get the general idea. I think the chainsaw motorcycle is probably one of my favorite things in this game, just because I don't think I'll ever get sick of just going around the strip and doing this for fun. And that's just me. Maybe that's just my morbid sense of entertainment coming out. But there are just so many zombies to kill, and they just keep respawning. The zombies never stop in this game. There is never a chance that you will run out of zombies. It's just physically impossible. Also, by the bike, we have one of the unlockable vehicles, the SUV. This costs $6 million. So this will not be unlockable until you purchase it from one of the looters. I think you can buy the key from one of the looters for $6 million. The good thing about this is if you buy the SUV on one playthrough, it will carry on to all of your other playthroughs if you choose to restart the story, which is really nice. So you can have this right from day one of your game if you start a new file. And this is also a good way to kill zombies. Now, as you can see, it's a little more bulky and way slower than the motorbike is, so it's not nearly as exciting. But you can mow through tons of zombies because the vehicle is so big, and again, a great way to get a lot of zombie kills. Because it doesn't have the same amount of speed that the motorbike does, you might have to run over a zombie once or twice in order to kill it. But it's a great way, again, to get around the strip undetected. You're indestructible in this thing. There's no way a zombie's gonna get you, and even if you're stopped, the zombies aren't smart enough to open the door and, you know, drag you out or anything like that, so no worries. I would say the biggest advantage to this vehicle is if you're carrying a couple of survivors, or you have a couple of survivors following you. They will actually get in the SUV with you. So if you have 3 survivors and you get into the SUV, they'll all sit in there and you can drive them around, which means that they're safe, you're safe, and you're probably going to get to your destination a lot faster. So worth 6 million gold, I don't know, completely up to you. I bought it because I used it to get that achievement I was talking about earlier for the zombie kills, which is a grind fest if there ever was one. Oh man, that's just so much fun. You don't have to do anything in this game if you don't want to. If you don't want to do the story, you can just do this all day and night and nobody is going to tell you otherwise. And again, if you have the vehicle magazine, the SUV will also last longer. So that's also a very good thing if you're going through a lot of zombies and you're stuck on one side of the strip and you just want to make it a little farther to the other side of the strip, then something like a vehicle magazine might help you out a little bit. Over by the arena, of course, we have the bike that Leon gave us the key for when we fought him. Now, unfortunately, you can't do any customizing to that bike. All you can do is use it to maybe get, you know, to one side of the strip to the other a little bit faster if you're trying to get over to your motorcycle or your SUV, or you want to get to the plaza or whatever. But not incredibly useful, unfortunately. It was just more of a one-time use sort of thing. And we didn't even really use it for the battle against Leon because it's just not a very smart idea. Now, if that bike had chainsaws, that would have been a sweet battle if we got to do a chainsaw bike versus chainsaw bike battle, but unfortunately we didn't. That's all I really have for vehicles right now. There's also a vehicle in the Royal Flush Plaza. There's a sports car, and I'm sure you guys have seen it through our many ventures through the plaza. From what I remember, it costs 500,000. I never purchased it because I just never found the need to, because I spent so much of my money saving up for the SUV. So by the time I bought the SUV, I didn't really feel like saving for another vehicle, to be honest. But if I have some leftover money in this playthrough, or if you guys want to see me buy it and show it off sometime, then just let me know, and I can definitely do that for you guys. I'm going to go into the looters store and check them out because we've surpassed them before and just kind of ignored them. But it's a good idea to come in here to kind of see what kinds of things that they have. Anything in the actual store that's not behind their locked area is completely free for you to take. You can take any of the stuff that's here. The giant stuffed rabbit is a gift for Katie, so you can bring a gift back to her, which will give you 15,000 PP if I remember correctly. You can take folding chairs and throw them at zombies if you want to. There's also a dino mask and a water gun, both of which are used for combo weapons. If I actually pull up my menu, I can probably see which ones they're used in. And I am going to try and make some of the combo weapons, but I'll do that in another video. You can make the fountain lizard out of the lizard mask, and I do believe that the water gun makes a fire weapon of some sort. So you can make the flamethrower with gasoline and the water gun. So anyways, we'll do that another time. If you want to take a look at what the looters are selling, you just go up to it, up to the window, and look. Night boots, if you buy the entire night set, it will give you better defense against zombies, but it's really, really slow. You can buy some of the combo weapons like the Molotov and like the Fountain Lizard. And there's also the Parablower, which is kind of a fun weapon. Not very useful, but fun. And of course, every single store has Zombrex for sale. And each time you buy Zombrex, it's going to go up in price. So if I buy one for 25,000, I'll get my Zombrex, you know, which is great and all. If you're really in a dire situation, you can buy it from them, but then the next time you go to buy Zombrex, it's going to be $50,000. And then it's going to go up again, and again, and again, and you guys get the general idea. So I would only recommend buying Zombrex from these guys if you're incredibly desperate. If you have an hour until Katie's going to turn into a zombie and you can't find a free Zombrex to save your life and you have the money, then I think buying one would be better than letting her turn. But I don't go in there often to buy Zombrex from them because obviously $25,000 for Zombrex is a total rip. Chuck mentioned that it's very expensive, and the game mentions it's very expensive and rare, but I highly doubt that the pharmaceutical company is charging people $25,000 for it. Here's our little tricycle. You can run over zombies. It's actually amazing that you can bowl them over, but it obviously doesn't have the stopping power to kill them. And then it'll just break apart just like that into 100 little pieces. I'm gonna go over and drink my wine, and then I think I'll end this video off. I kind of want to keep them in a little, like, categorized, you know, like this time I kind of spent time on vehicles. Next time maybe I'll go around to some of the stores and change into a bunch of ridiculous outfits. You know, maybe another time I will work on buying some of the other vehicles, making some combo weapons, whatever you guys want to see that's extra in this game, let me know and I will show it off. And I'll probably try and do one of these kind of messing around episodes every couple of game kind of walkthrough episodes, just to keep things kind of fun and fresh and to take a break every little once in a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that I will be seeing you next time.